Yo, you guys, this is Blacklist of the Abyss, and you're watching my review for the Irregular Magic High School, aka Mahoka Kokonur Say episode 14. Alright, and first let me tell you that I did record a live reaction to this episode, but only to the first half of it because I just I couldn't do the other half. I just couldn't because I kept getting interrupted. You know how you'll be alone for like hours and hours and no one will ever interrupt you, and then all of a sudden that when you finally need to do something, then people just keep moving in and out and then you just can't get any privacy. That's what happened. So I got a reaction for the first half of the episode, but after that it was I just couldn't. I would have had to have waited until like midnight in order to finish watching the episode for the first time, and then I would have had to have gone back and watched it. To put it this way, the episode wouldn't have been out, the review wouldn't have been out until like 12 hours after whenever you're watching it now, like whenever it was uploaded. All right, so maybe not 12 hours, but a decent amount of time, maybe like 8 hours or so. That, yeah, probably 8 hours. No, 9 hours. I'll say 9 hours. All right, so yeah, um, maybe even longer than that. Might even have it might have even been on like Monday. Oh, who cares? All right, who cares? Just know that the live reaction only covers the first half of the episode, up to like 13 or 14 minutes in, which will mean the reaction will be like 5 minutes long total at the end probably. Um, but yeah, guess I'll finally get into the episode 2 minutes after I start this video. I'll finally get into it. So Tatsuya is kind of talking with George and Misaki, and they're just praising each other, really. Cardinal George discovered one of the cardinal codes, and that's why he's so, awesome. And you've got the Crimson Prince, Misaki Ichijo. He's praising him for how awesome those two are, and then they're praising him for how awesome he is because he's such a good engineer. They're pretty much just praising each other and saying, I can't wait until we face off against each other. And Tatsuya's like, well, it's not gonna happen, right? Not gonna happen. Um, but at the end of the episode, we know that it is going to happen. All right. But anyway, they leave, and we go see the next round in Honoka's battle board, and everyone's wearing sunglasses because of what she did the first time, like creating that flash of light, and then after that, everyone was done. So they come out wearing sunglasses to make sure she can't do that again. However, they still lose because she takes advantage of the shadows that she creates. She creates shadows, and because they're wearing sunglasses, it just makes things look even darker. So they get the idea that they think that the walls are farther out than they really are. So they have to keep going around like this instead of just going like this, like Honoka was. They have to do all these extra motions going around in all these big curves because they think that the wall is farther out than it really is. And Honoka was wearing sunglasses too. However, Tatsuya made sure she was prepared to, like, she knows that she's not going to fall for her own illusion, pretty much. It looks the same to her as it does the others, but she knows because she's the one doing it that there actually isn't a wall there. So even though it looks like she's about to hit a wall, she just keeps going anyway because she knows she's still got another like 5 meters to her right or something, right? And she wins, right? She wins. Um, and after this, we see a little talk going on between the girls and Nice Pillar Break because they swept the podium. And all the guys in the committee said, hey, you guys don't really need to compete. We'll just let you share first place. All right. None of them want that, though. Shizuku wants to face Miyuki. And Amy's like, yo, you guys go ahead and do that. I'll just withdraw here and take third place. Um, in the light novels, they went into more detail and said that she pretty much had to because she wasn't going to recover in time from the previous round. At least that's what Tatsuya said. So that's why she legitimately withdrew, and not because she just didn't feel like it, like doing it. But yeah, Shizuku and Miyuki end up facing each other, and in the end, I was looking forward to this, but in the anime, they kind of like didn't make it sound as they didn't make it look as cool as it sounded in the light novel, because in the light novel, One of the lines here said, "The two of them went back and forth, taking turns using phenomenon rewriting on the other's icicles. This was a perfect stalemate, right? A perfect stalemate, worthy of the praise from all the pundits and experts on the outside." All right. But when you watch this episode and you watch this scene, it didn't look like a perfect stalemate. It really didn't. It looked like Miyuki was dominating the entire time, and Shizuku tried to use Phonon Mazer, but in the end, Miyuki still won with the combination of Niflheim and Inferno. So they they kind of just made it look more one-sided than it was. But I guess in the end it kind of helps because of that conversation Honoka and Shizuku had afterwards, where Shizuku was pretty much saying, I knew I was going to lose, but I didn't think I'd lose that badly. I thought I'd be able to put up at least a little bit more of a fight than that. And you kind of felt bad for her, to be honest. I know I did. So maybe they did it so that that conversation would have more of an effect. Um, but after that, we get Tatsuya just kind of he's thinking of why it is that Masaki Ichijo and George have the nicknames that they do. He's pretty much just telling you Crimson Prince because he went on the battlefield at 13 and created and splattered blood all over the place by killing all these people. And George discovered one of the cardinal codes. That's why they nicknamed him Cardinal George. Um, and the real reason we get this scene is to give Tatsuya a break so that he can be caught by surprise when he goes to the first high camp and he learns that Murasaki and his teammates fell victim to No Head Dragon. Alright. Murasaki and his teammates get taken out. This building collapses on top of them because fourth high used battering ram when they didn't even mean to, because No Head Dragon messed with their CAD and everything. And No Head Dragon admitted to it. We see it in the episode. They admit to doing this because they want First High to withdraw from Monolith Code because it has the most points out of all the other competitions. All right. So they have to pull out. But and Tatsuya discussed with Mayumi in private. He didn't tell her everything that he knows, but he told her a little bit, like it's this group from Hong Kong that's sabotaging us. All right. But he didn't tell her like, oh, it's No Head Dragon. He didn't go that far. Now the next thing we see is Mirage Bat. Honoka and Subaru were getting this little pep talk from Tatsuya before the competition started, and they go in and they dominate the round. It's no other girls stood a chance, all right. And because of how good they're doing, this kid from another school goes and gets mad and he says, "It's like we're going up against Tor Silver himself." And Asusa hears that, she starts to think like, dude, it really could be Tatsuya. I mean, this dude's got Niflheim, Inferno, Phonon, Mazer, Active Air Mine. He's doing all this crazy stuff, and none of this stuff has even been released to the public, so that he might legitimately be Tor Silver, all right? And we don't actually see the result of her thinking. We don't see, like, she didn't confront Tatsuya here, so maybe she will. I don't know. We don't know what's going to happen there. Because at the end of the episode, Tatsuya gets called into the principal's office because that's pretty much how it felt. All these guys are in there just standing there, like, and if I were Tatsuya, I'd be like, am I in trouble, or like, did I do something? Because all these guys like are just standing there staring at me with their arms folded. And Asusa was there too, and she didn't say anything. So I don't know. Maybe she's just not going to say anything, or maybe she's waiting for a better time to confront him. I don't know. Maybe she's still having doubts. Who knows? But the meaning behind this meeting is to pretty much ask Tatsuya, well, not ask him, to force him to take the place of Murasaki and the others in Monolith Code. All right. And I told you, didn't I? I told you so. I told you so. All right. When Murasaki was talking about how, we have to win Monolith Code, I told you Monolith Code was actually going to be pretty awesome, didn't I? I never said Murasaki was going to be involved in it. All I did was say that Monolith Code is going to be awesome. And here it is. We get the word that Tatsuya and Leo and Mikihiko are going to be going up against, well, it's like a tournament, but let's be honest. We all know in the end they're going to end up facing Ichijo Masaki and Cardinal George and some other random dude. All right, we already know. All right, let's be honest here. They're not going to lose in the, like, come on, we already know. All right. So I told you so. I told you so. Monolith Code is going to be awesome. All right. And one thing that interested me was that Ta- Tatsuya kind of let himself accept because of the way Katsuta was talking to him, which I thought that Tatsuya would like speak up because he has a legit, but he just let Jumonji talk down to him like that. All right, because Tatsuya has legitimate reasons for not wanting to accept this. All right, let's remember that Tatsuya said his number one priority is protecting himself and Miyuki. All right. And let's also remember why it is he didn't want his name to be registered as the developer for that active air mind magic that Shizuku used, because he doesn't want people to research him, because he doesn't want people to know about him, because he has too many secrets, and the Yatsuba don't want anyone to know about him. The Yatsuba don't want anyone to know about him or Miyuki, really. Miyuki they just can't avoid because she's so good. All right, but Tatsuya they can at least keep him on the down low. But but with this they can't because uh, the nine schools competition is just incredibly popular. All right, Miyuki's been following it since before she went into high school. Shizuku as well. The No Head Dragon dudes are talking about how they've got this crazy turnout this year, like better than a lot of the other years. So plus it airs on TV too. So there are a lot of people who are going to be watching this as it airs, and a lot of like in real time, and a lot of people who will watch it in the future. And so Tatsuya's got to make sure he can't use a lot of his best moves, like back with the Blanche in the Blanche arc when he was attacking those dudes and dismantling their guns and shooting holes in them. He can't use that magic because it's secret, it's classified. He can't use that. So he's severely limited here. He can't use any magics because people would discover it and they would start researching him. He'd get too much unwanted attention. Plus, let's say he does somehow manage to beat Ichijo Masaki. All right, that's a big deal. Some random dude beat a member of the Ten Master Clans. That's a big freaking deal. All right, so people are going to research him. So he has, and he can't have that. The Yatsuba can't have that. So there are legitimate reasons for him not wanting to compete in this. But he can't like come out and say all that though. So in the end, he just says, okay, fine, I'll do my duty, and yeah, and that's and that's it. One thing I did find funny though in this episode at the end is how Tatsuya is a weed. He is a substitute, and they needed a substitute, and a weed filled the role of the substitute like he's supposed to. However, even though the course two students think of the course, even though the course one students think of the course two students as substitutes, in this case they don't want him to be a substitute, and they are the ones who want to be the substitutes now for this case. So I thought it was interesting how be careful what you wish for because you just might get it. You want them to be replacements. Well, now there you go. He's going to be a replacement. Now you don't want that, do you? So I think that was kind of interesting. Um, and yeah, that's it for this episode. Um, Overall, I'll give it an 8 out of 10 because we got the stuff with Shizuku and Miyuki, plus the little talk with Shizuku and Honoka afterwards. Plus we got the development with the Monolith Code and No Head Dragon, Murasaki's group. Then we got the solution with Tatsuya joining in with Mikihiko and Leo. So I'll say this was a good episode, and I'll give it an 8 out of 10. And that's that, you guys. I will put my reaction after this. And yeah, another short video, short for my irregular Magic High School reviews. Long, if it's any other video, this would be considered long, but for these types of videos coming from me, this is actually pretty short. So yeah, I'll put my reaction up after this, and that's it, you guys. Episode gets an 8 out of 10. Rate, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. The Crimson Prince and Cardinal George. Quick and dirty. Dang, man, chill. High praise from the Cardinal. Don't even think about it. Don't even think about it. Uh-oh, new opening. These are definitely the same people from Kill la Kill. Definitely. Same people who did Ambiguous. It definitely is. Nice. Nice. The Crimson Prince. Yes. Maya. Victory Yokohama. Oh my god. Oh my god, I'm such a fanboy. Oh my god, yes. Oh my god. Yes. Yes. Oh, they're doing Yokohama, yes. Oh my god, yes. And I'm so worked up now. Oh, that's smart. Yeah, that's smart. She's so good. But you still gotta decide who gets first place. Yes. Oh, I can't wait. I can't wait. I've been looking forward to this for a while. Hmm. Yes, thumbnail. Thumbnail. Faux non-racer. Ooh. That's gotta hurt. Oh, that was actually kind of quick. That was faster than I thought. The light novels they made seem like she put up more of a fight. Stop acting like you care about Murasaki. All right. White Dragon. They're done. Stick a fork in them. Dude, no head dragon.